from Cam's MRI?
Yeah, everything's good. So it's really just going to be day to day on how pain toleration for him. He's in a boot. He won't practice today. We'll just do some rehab. Over the next couple of days, whether he can play Saturday, it's really going to be a game time decision. But I wouldn't see him missing anything more than Saturday. I would think by Tech he'd be able to be back. Just from the little bit that I know of right now, I haven't talked to Vic yet. I just talked to Doc Schulman for a second, and so. But everything's negative, and so it's nothing that we were concerned about. So it's really, at the end of the day, ankle sprain, a good ankle sprain, but we just, optimistic that we can get him back.
I'm sorry.
Here
How
soon.
concerned were you when you saw it happen?
Well, just right in front of me, so I was very concerned just because, man, he sounded like he was in a lot of pain, and then wasn't sure, how much. Sometimes you tweak it good and then you're back, but he was icing at halftime, and then, after second half he was in a boot, and so I knew, and they were a little concerned about the Achilles, but all that came back really good and positive, and so it's, at the end of the day, it's ankle sprain, and I don't know all the other details, but he's really going to be a game time decision probably for Saturday, I would think.
Given the way he's been playing since Christmas, isn't it about time he gets some good news? I assume sounds like good news.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I think he wasn't playing early right away. Because he wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. He was trying to get back adjusted, and I think coming back from Christmas after the break, he did that. And I thought Oklahoma State, he was a factor. I thought Kansas, he played 10 minutes against Kansas, but I thought he was really good for us. And I thought we missed him a lot against Baylor. There's not a question about that. And so. Just with their size up front with Clark and just being a rim protector. That's the biggest thing he brings us to the table is just the ability to change shots. And so, obviously I'm glad it's not long term.
When you rewatched Tuesday's game, what stood out to you? Being problematic?
Quite a few things. At the end of the day, our post defense, really, you look at it, we're up, we got outscored the last 5 minutes of the first half 24-9. That's where the game was lost. Everybody's going to look at a lot of different things, but that's where, we lost the game, in my opinion. Post defense is just, at the end of the day, just way too easy to catch the ball, whether it's 15 feet around the block, just way too easy. Our fires came too early. We went too early with the fires, and then to their credit, they had some guys step up and make shots. That's the biggest thing from the defensive end. Second half, the offensive glass, obviously some free throw situations hurt us. Ball screen defense wasn't great. And I don't think, I think we did a great job, and I think we've always done a pretty good job attacking their zone and being able to get them out of the zone, and then they go to their man, and they were physical and, hedged ball screens and did some different things that, the first half we weren't good offensively from as the way we need to play, from really moving. But part of that comes from giving up 38 points and them just going through the post and putting us in where we're just having to go against a set defense every time. Second half, we really responded a couple times, every time being down. The last 2 minutes, we all need to be better. I need to be better from that situation of if it needs to be a timeout to make sure we get a good shot instead of just calling something on the fly. The second possession, we had a call coming out of the timeout because they were shooting free throws and we were coming back down, or there was a timeout. No, the one where Mario turned it over.
Gotcha.
But that was a new play we had just put in, and probably we just didn't execute it the right way. It's a lot of times it goes back to execution, not about what you're running, and we need to be more attentive to detail down the stretch. But if you look at the play, Lindell got the three. We miss our screen on the backside if you rewatch it, and so instead of being a contested shot, it's probably an open three. And then the last play, it's just, man, you're in a tough pickle there. You got to look at some different things, and when you're down three, because you're worried, are they going to foul you, and so whether Nick got hit or not, that's not a debate anymore. But Baylor played well. If you talk to people that seen them play, I thought that was probably the toughest and most energy they played with.
Lindell was 40% three-point shooter last year. This year he's 29 something or other. Is he doing anything different?
I don't think so. I just think it's just more about just getting back acclimated to game reps and game conditioning, and in a couple of weeks he'll make a bunch in a row and his percentage will be back in the high 30s. So I just think it's just a process of getting back acclimated a little bit more.
Offensively, Talon was kind of invisible for like 35 minutes and then had a 2 or 3 minute stretch where he was really good.
Yep.
Why was that, and do you need more of that 2 or 3 minute stretch throughout a game?
Yeah, we do. I met with him yesterday morning and talked to him. I thought he made some big threes for us late in the game. You know, he's the thing about Talon is, you know, he can really impact our team and not score though, just because he's such a facilitator. I mean, he's 9 assists, 1 turnover. He had 5 assists, no turnovers against Kansas. And so, you know, he's at the top. The ball's in his hands a lot. We just got to get him to move it a little bit quicker, move it, you know, be more efficient with it. You know, the 1 turnover he had was you know, the ball just kind of stuck. But, you know, we'll do a couple things to maybe get him, you know, get him downhill a little bit more, get him in more space, and, you know, but it may not be for him to get shots. It may be able for him to create offense because he's a really good creator for us. I mean, the best play against Kansas we had, he's the one who made the pass to Mario for the 3 to go 21-18.
If Cam isn't able to go, do you look to somebody else for kind of an energy boost? Because he did play with a lot of energy early in a couple of those games.
It's just one of our other post guys got to step up. You know, whether it's going to be Solomon or it's going to be George, one of those guys got to step up and answer the call.
K-State without Wade, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, we'll see. I guess he's practicing. I just read earlier, you know, so I don't know if he'll play or not. It sounds like he's practicing. It sounds like, you know, if you read Coach Weber's quotes, that he's probably a week to 10 days. So maybe it's Wednesday of next week or Tuesday, whenever they play. You know, the one thing, you know, and I didn't watch last night's game. I had it on TV while I was watching their games on my laptop. You're down 21 and you're 0-2 in the league, and you're at home. It shows what Coach Weber's teams are about, from a toughness, from a character, from a resiliency, to come back and win. And even the other game at Tech, you know, they're down 17-3 to start. You know, they get it back to within a 1 or 2 possession game, and so you know, we're going to get their best shot. I mean, they're going to come in here after that win very, very confident. You know, it's still Brown, Stokes, Snead. That's as good of a perimeter group as there is in this league. Coach Weber's one of the elite coaches. Defensively, they're top 10 in the country, and so you know, this got to be our best game.